Coming out of turns 3 and 4. Chad White on the bottom. William Duff on the top. Checkered flag in the air. Who's going to win? It's William Duff. No, look out. He just junked it. Look out. Oh, my God. World's #1 streaming service. Hutchinson Motorsports TV. On the call tonight. On your feet. Off your seats. It's about to go green. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live here tonight. Tonight we have the Redemption iRacing Truck Series at Phoenix. Qualifying is underway right now, top of the board. The 16 truck of wood with a 26.823 with qualifying wrapping up here. We are just about ready to get gridded up and going. We appreciate you folks tuning in here, spending your Sunday evening with us here on Hutchinson Motorsports TV. As you may know, this is a slightly delayed broadcast. This race did happen last night. So we're going to play it as if it were live. I have no clue what happens here, so we are about ready to roll. Looks like there's about 20 trucks signed in here tonight. And it is time to get gridded up. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time. Redemption iRacing Truck Series on the world's #1 streaming service, Hutchinson Motorsports TV. Tonight's starting lineup is as follows. On the front row in the pole position, the number 16, Matthew Wood. On his outside, the 31, the Prophet, Joseph Smith. Jumping on back into row number 2 on the inside in the beautiful Hutchinson Motorsports TV. Number 15 truck, Dylan Carrier. On his outside in the 34, Aiden Lucas. Row number 3 on the inside in the 14, Brandon Broadfoot on his outside. The 54, Bryce Shoemaker. Row number 4 on the inside in the 5, Xavier Regobrughi on his outside. The 48, Jordan Hand. Row number 5 on the inside in the 51, Wyatt Mickelson on his outside. The 18, Noah Blackwell. Row number 6 on the inside, you've got the 33, Ryan Holler on his outside. The 12 machine of Jeff Engler. Jumping on back into row number 7, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be Cody Blackmore on the inside, William Connolly on the outside. Row number 8 on the inside, going to be the 75, Jonathan Gasson on his outside, the 79, Danny White. Row number 9 on the inside, the 3 of Provenzano, the 36, Kenneth Askew, and heading back into row number 10, John Bavari. As the green flag is in the air here at Phoenix. That was a quick out lap, but we are rolling here as they're ripping it around Phoenix. Through turns 1 and 2, they are clean and green through the field. Your race leader out front is currently Matthew Wood. So there's Matthew Wood in the 16 machine with the 31 of Joseph Smith right there behind him. The Nicholas, West Virginia native, Matthew Wood. Let's see what he's got for him here as we stay on board with your race leader. Let's check out the Hutchinson Motorsports TV left rear suspension cam. As you see the 31 machine of Joseph Smith reeling them in here. 200 laps around Phoenix tonight here on the world's #1 streaming service, Hutchinson Motorsports TV. And folks, they are junking it. Caution is out. Let's see what happened. John Kravarik here in turn 3 just wipes it out. It's got a little slide job there. Almost saves it, and then he smokes the wall. He's jumped. I believe. It says some others wrecked here, but I guess they just slowed down. Double check here. Oh, nope, there's another incident there. The 25 smokes the wall, 79 involved, 00 as well. So those three in a separate incident on the same lap. So we got a couple different accidents here happening for our first caution of the night, ladies and gentlemen. We appreciate you folks tuning in again, spending your Sunday night right here on the world's #1 streaming service. You're watching Redemption iRacing Truck Series on Hutchinson Motorsports TV. We will be right back. We are back here at Phoenix. Ladies and gentlemen, the Redemption iRacing Truck Series pace car is in. We are ready to roll. It's going to be Matthew Wood on the inside, Joseph Smith on the outside as they head down the backstretch, lined up and ready to roll here. Looks like we got a couple of trucks already out of it. See Kravarik and Seward there, both down pit road still. As they go through turns 3 and 4, lined up door to door into the Juicy Spider restart zone. Green flag back in the air here at Phoenix. Matthew Wood leads them out front out of Nicholas, West Virginia. He is the truck to beat, it appears, tonight. Second place, you've got Joseph Smith trying to reel him in, and Joseph's teammate Xavier Regelbrugge sitting in third. Let's hop on board here with Xavier in that number 5 machine. Good start to the race here for Xavier Regelbrugge. Let's take a look here if we can maybe take a peek at the point standings. There you have it. So heading into tonight, here are your points standings before Phoenix. Your points leader currently Joseph Smith. 18 points separates him and Landon Burbage in second. Then we have Xavier Regelbrugge third, followed by Carrier fourth, and Jordan Hand rounding out the top 5 here in your Redemption iRacing Truck Series points. It's like 9 starts here on the season for these guys, so we're going to see how this one plays out. Still a long way to go. We are heading into lap number 10 on the evening out of 200. Meanwhile, Dylan Carrier's falling back to the 6th position. After starting in 3rd, he's lost a few spots. but he's going to try to make it up as we hop up to our eyes in the sky, the Harpoon Design Blimp. Brantley Roden flying that thing up top here above Phoenix Motor Speedway on the world's #1 streaming service, Hutchinson Motorsports TV. Carrier trying to hold off a couple of trucks door to door behind him. That's Shoemaker in the 54 and Mickelson in the 51. As they continue to battle, we jump back out front. Matthew Wood, your race leader, is a 31 of Smith, trying to make a move to get underneath them. It's not going to be enough just quite yet. But a big shout out to all our fans tuned in here in the chat. Be sure to click that like button, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment, give it a share too. Let's get some drivers in here. Maybe we can talk a little bit about what's going on. One caution so far on the evening. We are clean and green, rolling into lap number 12 here at Phoenix. Time to drop to the back. Some of these guys that are maybe struggling a little bit. Danny White in the 79 machine. Well, I tell you what, this Jack Daniels 79 truck, it is not very quick here tonight. Looking like junk. Top on board. The Livonia, Georgia native Danny White, as he hits the wall, he's currently running 16th. Good news for Danny, though, he is not the last car on the lead lap, because that would go to this guy right here, Jeff Engler, in that 25 machine. Boy, that is as American as it gets right there. Jeff Engler. My, oh my. Look at that. It may not be very quick, may not be fast, but it is definitely American, and there's no arguing about that one. Just received a word here. Actually, there's an official sound for this truck here, folks. Let's see if we can maybe get it here for you. There you go. Every time you hop on board, you hear the bald eagle screech for Jeff Engler, currently running last truck on the lead lap. But let's jump back out front here. Matthew Wood, your race leader, has the 31 of Joseph Smith right on his back bumper. Let's hop on board our second place truck of Joseph Smith. Just waiting to strike, being patient. You know, you don't want to burn your stuff up early on for some move that's not there. He's just going to hang with your race leader, Matthew Wood, and maybe see if something develops over time. We got a long race here tonight, folks. 200 laps here at Phoenix. Dropping back to the third position, Xavier Regelberg out of Sacramento, California, has Raging Canes on the truck here tonight. He's looking good, sitting in a podium spot here so far. Aiden Lucas here in the 34 machine. Got Long John Silver's on the truck. I tell you what, that's probably the worst fast food establishment there is in the entire United States of America. Ladies and gentlemen, Long John Silver's. In the fifth spot, you got Brandon Broadfoot out of Chico, California, sitting in the top 5. Good run for that 14 truck so far. Let's hop on board in the HMS TV left rear suspension cam. He looks like he's rocking one of those NJB design paint schemes from Noah Blackwell, who supplied a big chunk of the field here tonight, it appears. It's like Wyatt Mickelson trying to make a move to get around him, and that's going to move Broadfoot back to the 7th position. Speaking of Noah Blackwell right now, sitting there comfortably in the 12th position out of Roseville. If anybody knows where Roseville is, let us know. I feel like I've asked Noah multiple times to add his state to his hometown. Well, he's not doing it, folks. So he's just from Roseville. But Wyatt Mickelson moving up there to the 6th position out of Mesa, Arizona, trying to get himself into the top 5, but right now the 5th spot belongs to the 15 machine of Dylan Carrier. It's like our race leaders going through some lap traffic. We've got a battle for the race lead between Matthew Wood and the 16 and the 31 of Joseph Smith, as they are door to door with Rego Brugge right on their back bumper. We're on board our third place truck, Xavier Rego Brugge. Joseph Smith ripping the top, trying to take over the top spot from Matthew Wood. Heading into turn one. Does Joseph Smith have the spot? Not quite yet. They are still door to door. Matthew Wood looking to throw a slide job, but he's not going to clear him quite yet. As they head down the backstretch into turn 3 of 4, Joseph Smith going to take over the race lead, and just like that, the Prophet, Joseph Smith, out front. Boy, look at this shot from our Harpoon design blimp camera. Up miles above the speedway, basically in outer space, as Joseph Smith out of Columbia, Maryland, trying to bring home the big win here tonight at Phoenix. Joseph Smith continues to lead with Wood in second, followed by Rego Brugge, Lucas, and Carrier rounding out your top 5 still in that Bad Bass Hutchinson Motorsports TV number 15 machine. I tell you what, this might be one of the best paint schemes on the track here tonight. And that's me being unbiased, folks, trust me. Let's take a look here, see if we can get the Juicy Spider drone cam working, see if we can get connection. One of the best drones in the business. I tell you what, our friends over at Juicy Spider Studios really hooked us up with these drone cams. Looks like we got them connected here, folks. Let's take a look. There you have it. Hutchinson Motorsports TV on the truck in the number 15 machine. Dylan Carrier out of Kendallville, Indiana, sitting in the top 5. That is one good-looking truck here. My, oh my, look at that on the back. No corners cut there. That one is an NJB Designs paint scheme by Noah Blackwell. Definitely check them out, folks. Shoot them a message on Discord. It's probably the best way to get a hold of them. Jumping back up to the front, we've got a battle for the second position. Matthew Wood cruising in second with Rego Brugge right behind him, trying to make the pass. We got Connor Gerard tuned in the chat. NJB Designs out there, and also Dylan Carrier in the chat too. Appreciate you folks tuning in. We got John Kravarik out there, as well as some others. If you haven't yet, click that like button on the video for us. Subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. We are heading in lap number 27 out of 200. We're just about, I don't know, 10 to 15% of the way done, so a long way to go here tonight, here at Phoenix. I believe this is our 10th race of the season, if I'm not mistaken. Could be wrong there, but sounds about right to me nonetheless. So we're going through this season fairly quickly. I believe we're getting somewhat near the playoffs. So see how things line up here as we show the points one more time. Let's take a look. Again, these are the points heading into tonight's race. Joseph Smith comfortably out front with 18-point advantage on Landon Burbidge, who appears to have not made this race. That's really going to hurt Burbidge. He's going to fall in the points for sure. But a great season so far for Joseph Smith. 4 top 5s and 8 top 10s out of his 9 starts heading into tonight. Only 1 win, so he's going to try to change that here tonight. We shall see. Meanwhile, in the 7th position, Bryce Shoemaker cruising around in that 54 machine, trying to make a move on the 51 of Mickelson in front of him. Let's pull up some statistics here for you, folks. See who your Hutchinson Motorsports TV hard chargers are here tonight. Looks like Cody Blackmore in the 8th position, sitting on the top of that board. He's gained 5 spots since the start of this race. Started 13th up to 8th. Cody Blackmore, here he is, folks. We take that down, take a look at our HMS TV manufacturer standings here. Matthew Wood, your top running Chevy, he's sitting in the 2nd position. Looks like we've only got 4 Chevys out here tonight. Average running position 8.3 for the Chevys. Then in the Fords, you got Joseph Smith, your race leader, of obviously the top running Ford, with 7 Fords out there here tonight. Average running position, 9.3. And then in the Toyotas, top Toyota is going to be the 5th place truck of Dylan Carrier. 9 Toyotas out there, average running position, 12.4 for the Toyotas. Dropping back a bit here, Jordan Hand currently in the 9th position out of Tulsa, sitting comfortably in the top 10, looking to make a move for that 8th spot as he looks underneath Cody Blackmore. Dropping on back to the 10th position, Brandon Broadfoot after starting in 5th. He's fell back to 10th, but he has found his groove here, trying to hold on to a top 10 run here at Phoenix. Again, 20 trucks signed in here tonight on Hutchinson Motorsports TV with the Redemption iRacing Truck Series, sponsored by NJB Designs. Looks like your top 4 here have stayed basically bumper to bumper most of this race. You could throw a blanket over the top 4 essentially, and then they have to drop back a bit here to 5th, which is Dylan Carrier. He's about 5 seconds behind your race leader. We hop on board with Dylan Carrier in the 5th spot. Hutchinson Motorsports TV, Gyro Cam, best gyro cam in the business, ladies and gentlemen. We got Aiden Lucas out of Oakley, California, sitting comfortably in the 4th position, trying to maintain pace with the rest of the leaders up front. Doing a good job at it here so far. Not sure how far these guys can make it on fuel as we're heading into lap 36 this next time around. But we drop back in the field a bit here in the number 3 machine, Vincent Provenzano out of Carpentersville, Illinois, sitting in 14th. Started back in the 17th spot, up to 14th, so he's gained a few positions since the start of this one. While Xavier Regobrugge's still sitting in the 3rd position. He's been there basically the whole race. Started back in 7th, got to 3rd fairly quickly, and has just kind of maintained pace ever since then. But again, a big shout out to all of our fans tuned in here tonight, watching some Redemption iRacing Truck Series action here at Phoenix Motor Speedway. Pull up some race info for you. Here we are at Phoenix Raceway. 68 degrees out, nice and cool, a little chilly. Track temp sitting at a cool 74 degrees. Plenty of grip out there tonight here at Phoenix with the Redemption iRacing Truck Series. As Matthew Wood has taken back the race lead here in the last handful of laps, he is back out front in the number 16 machine out of Nicholas, West Virginia. Folks, we're going to take a quick break and be right back, but don't you worry. You're not going to miss very much whatsoever. We'll see you here in a bit. Don't you go anywhere. Click that like button. Subscribe to the channel, Hutchinson Motorsports TV, world's #1 streaming service.
American Rental. Remember, in any type of racing, it's all about execution. So right now, subscribe to Hutchison Motorsports TV today. You know America's crew chief. I would never steer you wrong.
Hutchison Motorsports TV is back. The lights are bright and the stands are packed.
And we're back here at Phoenix, folks. Just about 5 laps left to go. Make it 6 laps left to go here before our stage break. Gonna have 3 stages here tonight. End of lap number 50, end of lap 100, and then we're gonna go to the finish here. 200 laps at Phoenix Speedway. Here with the Redemption iRacing Truck Series. Race leader is still Matthew Wood out front. And he is putting it on him right now, folks. Well, I tell you what, it looks like he was kind of toying with him early on, and he has just turned it up here in the last 10 laps or so. That gap has grown up to 5.5 seconds. You saw for a while, you know, the top 4 were all running with Matthew, but not anymore. He has just up and left him. Looks like Dylan Carrier heading down pit road. Not sure if this is a planned stop or what's going on. We're going to have a stage here in 4 laps. Kind of shocked to see him heading down pit road here at Phoenix. As Matthew Wood continues to lead out front, trying to get around some more lap traffic. 3 laps left to go here before the end of stage number 1. Meanwhile, Xavier Regobrugge taken over the 2nd position, and that has moved Aiden Lucas up to 3rd. And now Bryce Schumacher 4th, and Joseph Smith has dropped back all the way to 5th. Here comes Jordan Hand, though, in 6th, right on the back bumper, looking to get around that 31. And he's going to make the pass pretty easily. Boy, we're seeing some real tire fall off here. Yeah, I'm seeing almost 2 seconds of tire fall off here in the first 50 laps. So that's going to make things interesting here. You definitely want to save your stuff 100% here tonight. Meanwhile, Brandon Broadfoot's maintained that 10th position here most of the evening with just a couple laps left to go here, and he's going to head down pit road as well. I don't know, kind of odd to see guys electing to pit here before the stage. I know this is a short track, so you're definitely going to fall down a lap. So not sure what the strategy is here, but nonetheless, Matthew Wood down the back stretch. Looks like he's going to take the green and white checkered flag here, and we're going to throw a caution here at the end of stage number 1. There you have it. Your stage 1 winner going to be Matthew Wood in the number 16 machine. So we're going to bring out the caution here. That's our 2nd caution of the night. First planned caution. We're going to rack them up, folks. Head down pit road and do it again. We will be right back. We're going to take a quick break for now. Be sure to click that like button. Subscribe to the channel. We'll be right back. And we're back here at the end of stage one. I think I've heard some rumbling over the radio. Some guys might have ran out of fuel trying to stretch it and get down pit road. So I think you're going to see a couple of guys with some issues. I believe Rego Brugge and Joseph Smith both ran out of fuel and then had to tow it into the box. So that's going to really hurt their chances here, folks. Probably going to fall a lap down, I would think. Real quick here, we're going to pull in a quick little interview here. Dylan, Blake up in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you loud and clear.
Hey, so I guess some guys had some issues running out of fuel, it appears, down pit road. What have you heard?
Yeah, Xavier and Joseph both ran out of fuel and they did not make it to their box. So, as per the rules, they now forfeit their stage points. So, tough for them, but they didn't save enough.
Yeah, I kind of figured it was going to be close. I saw you go down pit road there with a few laps remaining, and figured you only would have done that if you kind of had to.
Yeah, I was not going to make it. And I figured I would just come down and top off and just take that one lap down.
I got you.
I didn't want to pull what they pulled, and because I didn't want to have to tow. So.
Yeah, well, definitely a good move on your part. We're back green here with Matthew Wood as your race leader. Well, Dylan, hopefully you can rebound there from that mistake. You lost some track position. There's still a long way left to go here.
Yes, sir.
That was Dylan Carrier in the 15 machine as we're back green. Let's take a look. He had to give up his track position, but he did end up getting his lap back, which is good for him. Oh, we got one into the wall there. Are we still green? Nope. Caution is out. I believe Bryce Shoemaker has junked it. Let's take a look. Let's manually rewind this here, folks. The replays do not like when we jump back to an incident. Looks like he just gets a little sideways here into the corner. Bryce Shoemaker going through the corner, throws it sideways there, able to avoid everybody else. And I believe that is all there was. So that's what brings out the caution here, folks. We fast forward back here. We're going to line them up, and I guess we're going to do it again here, folks. We're into stage or lap number 6 of the stage. Going to be a 50-lap stage here tonight. Lap 56 overall here so far. So still a long way to go. We're just about a quarter of the way done here with the Redemption iRacing Truck Series on the world's #1 streaming service, Hutchinson Motorsports TV. Quick message from our buddy Larry McReynolds. Go ahead, Larry.
Hi, I'm Larry McReynolds. Remember, in any type of racing, it's all about execution. So right now, subscribe to Hutchinson Motorsports TV today. You know America's crew chief. I would never steer you wrong.
Hutchinson Motorsports TV is back. The lights are bright.
We are back here at Phoenix, lined up. Looks like we're going to be going this next lap around your front row. It's going to be Matthew Wood on the inside, Aiden Lucas on the outside. Matthew Wood looks to be like he is the truck to beat here tonight, just absolutely dominating so far. Doing a great job at saving not only the tires, but the fuel as well. Definitely going to have to keep an eye on that. We did see Rego Brugge and Smith both run out of fuel as they rolled on the pit road. That's a big mistake from them. You know, like Dylan mentioned, they're going to have to forfeit their stage points. Plus, not to mention the track position they lost. So, looks like Rego Brugge is 2 laps down. And so is Smith. So both of them 2 laps down. That basically ruins their race. But a long way to go. Let's see if maybe they can find a way to get back to the lead lap here with about, I don't know, 140 laps remaining as the field is bunched up and ready to roll as they go into the juicy Spider restart zone. Green flag back in the air here at Phoenix. 20 trucks signed in here tonight with the Redemption iRacing Truck Series. If you're interested in joining, folks, there is still time. You can join for a, what do we call that? A lower entry fee, a prorated entry fee. Sorry, I couldn't think of the word. But yes, for a prorated entry, I think it's $10 or less at the moment, but still plenty of races left here in the season. So feel free to join, and it looks like caution is out. So they're still recruiting drivers, folks. If you're looking for a Saturday night league, look no more. Looks like John Kravarik is junk. Let's take a look. Slide job there from the 69. Kravarik almost saves it, then snaps back up high, and that brings the caution out. Well, I tell you what, Phoenix is one of these tracks that looks like they throw the caution for everything. While iRacing has tracks that they do not throw the caution for anything, like let's say Darlington. If you're at Darlington, you're parked on the track, I feel like most of the time they won't even throw a caution. So not like that here at Phoenix. One car spins out, they're going to throw it every time, it seems like. Folks, we're going to bunch them up, do it again. Let's take a quick break here, and we will be right back with the Redemption iRacing Truck Series presented by NJB Designs. I am sorry we were on mute here, folks, but green flag is back on the air. We got Dylan Carrier. Oh, we got one sideways. That's the 38. See if the caution comes out. Looks like it does. So, again, as I was talking about, as I was on mute, Dylan Carrier back up to the 10th position here after restarting in the back on that last, or at the end of the stage. Ended up falling a lap down there briefly, but has worked back up to the field, or through the field, up to 10th. But Matthew Woods still your race leader with Aiden Lucas second, Jordan Hand third. Caution number 5 out on the evening. My Stream Deck's having a little issue, so I'm having to mute my mic differently than what I'm used to. So kind of threw me off on that restart, but thankfully we caught it fairly early because there's been a broadcast in the past where I think I went like 25 laps without knowing my mic was muted. So the good news is, wasn't long, but we're going to bunch them up. Do it again here. Matthew Wood, your race leader, with the 34 of Lucas in second. So this is going to be, I believe, caution number 5 on the evening. Matthew Woods still controlling this race. Let's bring up your HMS TV lap leaderboard. Matthew Woods led 53 of these 67 laps so far. Definitely seems to be the one to beat here tonight. That 16 truck is absolutely hooked up here tonight. Aiden Lucas cruising comfortably in second. Then we have Jordan Hand, Noah Blackwell, and Cody Blackmore round out your top 5. Let us know in the chat, though, who's your football team? Did they win today or what? I'm a Bears fan. You know, we played the Browns, so it's kind of a joke. That's probably the worst team I've seen in a little while. Cleveland Browns, it was a whooping. Right now I'm taking a look. It looks like I'm watching Phillip Rivers here with the Indianapolis Colts. Phillip Rivers, 44 years old. He's been out of the league for 4 years. They hire him off the couch, and he's out here starting quarterback. Kind of crazy. Go back to the race here with the Redemption iRacing Truck Series. These guys are bunching it up. We're going to go green once again, I believe, for what, the 5th or 6th time of the night. Pace car is in, and once again here at Phoenix, the configuration is a little bit different. As you see, pit road is actually down the back stretch here as they moved the front stretch to the other side of the track a handful of years ago. But out front, it's going to be Matthew Wood on the inside, Aiden Lucas on the outside. As they roll into the Juicy Spider restart zone, once again, green flag back in the air here at Phoenix. Looks clean through the dog leg as they head into turn 1. Matthew Wood out front. Hard into the wall there down the backstretch. These guys racing hard. Let's hop on board here with Joseph Smith back in the 17th position. I believe he is a lap down. Actually, 2 laps down. Just so you can kind of see the madness going on in front of them, you see all these trucks battling for position through the field with the Redemption iRacing Truck Series here at Phoenix on Hutchinson Motorsports TV. Everybody's trying to chase down Matthew Wood. Looks like Matthew Wood's going to surrender the race lead there to Aiden Lucas. We know Wood is pretty good at conserving those tires and some fuel. So we're going to see if he's maybe a little strategic here, passing off the lead, or if maybe Aiden Lucas maybe figured something out. But for now, the Oakley, California native Aiden Lucas out front here, heading into lap 72 out of 200. We're not even halfway done here with the Redemption iRacing Truck Series. Dr. Relief in the chat, that's Dylan Carrier. He said, I guess Phillip Rivers has been retired for 1,800 days. That's pretty impressive. And I tell you what, he was not in the best shape. I saw him on the field before the game. Quick little video of him working out, and he looks like he's probably gained like 100 pounds since he retired. But a good start to the game for him so far here in the first half, so see how that plays out. Meanwhile, Jordan Hand up to the 3rd position out of Tulsa. The Oklahoman of Jordan Hand sitting in the 3rd spot, trying to bring home a podium run here tonight. And Connor Gerard asks, are we talking about the Colts quarterback? Yes, we are, Connor. But right now, Ryan Haller cruising in the 9th spot, sitting in the top 10 here for now. We got Wyatt Mickelson cruising around in the 5th spot. The Mesa, Arizona native, Wyatt Mickelson. Good run for him tonight, trying to get his best finish of the Redemption iRacing Truck Series season so far. But Aiden Lucas still your race leader out front. Looks like he's pulling away just a little bit. About a half a second separates him and Matthew Wood in 2nd. What else we got going on through the field here tonight? Brandon Broadfoot cruising in the 11th spot out of Chico, California. Hoping to bring home a big top 10 run. In front of him, you got Danny White there in the 79 machine. Jack Daniels on the car. It's like he's figuring out something. He was struggling early on. Here he is up to the 10th spot out of Livonia, Georgia. Noah Blackwell in the 18 machine sitting in 5th. Appreciate you folks tuning in. Again, click that like button. Subscribe to the channel, Hutchison Motorsports TV. Larry McReynolds has a quick message. We will be right back.
Hi, I'm Larry McReynolds. Remember, in any type of racing, it's all about execution. So right now, subscribe to Hutchison Motorsports TV today. You know America's crew chief. I would never steer you wrong.
Hutchison Motorsports TV is back. The lights are bright and the stands are packed.
And we're back here, the Redemption iRacing Truck Series here at Phoenix. Your race leader still Aiden Lucas. Matthew Wood in 2nd, followed by Jordan Hand and Wyatt Mickelson. Dropping on back here, Ryan Holler in that 33 machine, sitting in the 9th spot, trying to hold on to a top 10 run with a 79 of Danny White right behind him. Quiet night so far for the 3 machine of Vincent Provenzano, with the WDF Racing number 3 machine sitting in the 14th position. Right behind him, the 36, U.S. Air Force Toyota, Kenneth Askew, sitting in the 15th spot here, trying to figure out a way to work up towards the front. Well, it looks like we got a battle for the race lead. Matthew Wood has conserved tires as long as he wants to, and he thinks it is time to take back that race lead as he's right on the back bumper of Aiden Lucas. Hopping on board here, your second place truck, Matthew Wood. He's been the dominant one all night long, trying to find a way back into the race lead. Matthew Wood looks underneath him there in the dog leg, gets underneath him, heading into turn 1, and he's going to take over the race lead just like that. Not much of a battle there, only so much the 34 of Lucas could do there. As he actually is battling him pretty good there. Not a good run there through 1 and 2 for the 16 of Wood. So the 34 of Lucas going to still maintain that side-by-side battle for the race lead. The bottom lane, though, is the preferred line here, so I would imagine that we're going to see that 16 of Matthew Wood take over the spot, but he's not going to do so. So Aiden Lucas going to hold him off for at least a little bit longer as he maintains the race lead. Let's hop on board in the left rear suspension cam with Aiden Lucas, your race leader. And right behind Matthew Wood, we got Jordan Hand. So a 3-truck battle for this race lead with just 12 laps left to go here in stage number 2. Matthew Wood looks to the inside once again. Can he finish the pass this time? Going to go all the way down the bottom of the track through the dog leg, heading into turn 1, still side by side. Lucas doing a great job, though, defending, taking that high line to prioritize the exit of the corner, and it's definitely paying off there in turns 1 and 2 especially. That's so important because, you know, out of 1 and 2, you got that long, straight backstretch. So if you can prioritize that backstretch run, you've got a real good shot at holding on to that top spot. But Matthew Wood's going to take over the high lane this time. You got a slide job there from the 34 Lucas as these two continue to battle it out with Jordan Hand looking right behind him. Good racing here for the race lead here in the lap number 91 out of 200. Going to be 9 laps left to go here in stage number 2 this time around. As we jump up to the Harpoon Design blimp cam, the 34 of Lucas doing a masterful job defending this race lead. We know Matthew Wood is the truck to beat here, but Lucas is doing a wonderful job trying to hold him off. And here comes Jordan Hand looking to the inside of this 16 truck of Matthew Wood. This is exactly what Aiden Lucas wants to see in his rearview mirror, a side-by-side battle for second. Maybe give him a little bit of room to maybe run away. But it's not going to last for long. Here's a head into turns 3 and 4. Going to be 7 laps left to go here in stage number 2. Lucas, your leader. Wood second, followed by Hand, Mickelson, and Shoemaker rounds out the top 5. Connor Gerard in the chat says this has been a great race so far. Definitely agree, Connor. We had a few early cautions, but they were all single truck spins. And I feel like most tracks, the caution would not have come out for some of those. So this could easily just be a 1 caution race so far. But nonetheless, for now, as there's 6 laps left to go here, Lucas trying to hold off Matthew Wood. We hop on board with Jordan Hand in the 3rd position. Out of his front windshield, he's watching these two duke it out for the race lead. Boy, Matthew Wood starting to run out a little bit of time here. If he wants to win this stage, needs to try to make a move to figure out a way to get around that 34 truck. Jumping up here to the Hutchison Motorsports TV chopper cam, watching your race leader, Aiden Lucas, doing a great job. Looks like he's starting to pull away a little bit here. But just like that, here comes Matthew Wood, getting a big run going into the corner. Top on board of your race leader, Aiden Lucas. See what he's seeing out his front windshield other than the clean air. Coming up on 1 lap truck here. 3 laps left to go here in stage number 2 with the Oakley, California native, Aiden Lucas. Be sure, folks, click that like button, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment, all that good stuff. Aiden Lucas having some connection issues there. Looks like he disappears briefly. Hopefully he figures that out. But Matthew Wood reeling him in with just 2 laps left to go. Lap car's going to go all the way to the top of the track. Stay out of the way. We're on board your 2nd place truck. Matthew Wood looks to the inside once again. This might be one of his final shots at taking over that race lead. Lucas going to maintain that top line. I think it's a smart move. Great job at defending. He's going to get a run here through the front stretch. And the dog leg, it's going to be the last lap around here at Phoenix Raceway. Door-to-door battle for the race lead. Who's going to take home stage number 2 here tonight? Down the backstretch for the final time into turns 3 and 4 for stage number 2. Looks like it's not going to be enough. Aiden Lucas going to take home stage 2. Wow, what a good run there from Aiden Lucas. Did a great job at defending. I mean, we know, I feel like Matthew Wood was probably the faster truck there, but Lucas did everything he needed to do to hold him off and take home this 2nd stage here tonight. Folks, we're going to take a quick break. Click that like button, subscribe to the channel. We will be right back. Don't you go anywhere. We're going to continue this great racing here tonight at Phoenix Raceway with the Redemption iRacing Truck Series, sponsored by NJB Designs. We'll be right back. And we are back here at Phoenix. We're lined up and ready to roll. Lucas on the inside, Wood on the outside. Green flag back in the air here with the Redemption iRacing Truck Series. It's a hornet's nest in the back, but it looks like Lucas going to hold on to the race lead for now. 100, well, less than 100 to go here. 96 laps left to go. No more stage breaks through the rest of this one, folks, as we drop in the back. See what's going on back here. And it looks like caution is out, I think. Yes, it is. It's hard to tell here on these replays. You know, normally in a live session, my scoreboard will light up. It looks like Vincent Provenzano has just junked it. Let's take a look. That was a slide job coming out of the corner. And, oh, gosh. That was a close call there by the 5 of Regelbrugge. He almost junks him, but unfortunately, Regelbrugge does get into the infield wall a little bit here. Wrong button. Let's take a look here. So there's Provenzano. He loops it around. The 14 does a great job at staying off him the best he can. 5 narrowly avoids them, but then gets into the inside wall there. And that's going to bring out our caution. I believe this is what, caution number 6 or so. Connor Gerard will have to be our judge on that. So, folks, we may as well take another quick break. Grab you an ice cold beverage. We'll be right back. Hutchinson Motorsports TV. We're here at Phoenix Raceway. We are green once again here at Phoenix. Aiden Lucas, your race leader, trying to hold off Matthew Wood with just 92 laps left to go. We are over halfway done here tonight with the Redemption iRacing Trucks. Going into turns 3 and 4, we are still clean and green. These guys aren't junking it just quite yet. But here is Jeff Engler in that number 25 machine. That is one good-looking truck. Let's take a look, hop on board, see what's going on in that 25 machine. Jeff Engler rolling the top here, sitting in the 8th position. There you have it, Jeff Engler cruising around into the top 10 so far. Still a long way to go here tonight, but we drop back in the field. Looks like Vincent Provenzano in the 15th spot. He's your last car on the lead lap. Oh my, caution's out. We got a junk truck. Folks, looks like that is Dylan Harrier. Take a look and see what happened here to the 15 Hutchinson Motorsports TV truck. It was a beautiful truck. Well, now, folks, it's junk. Here's a replay. So goes to the corner here. You know, these guys, they're just battling. You know, unfortunately here at Phoenix with that dog leg, it makes for some confusing incidents there. I believe the 51 there believed he could get underneath the 15, and Carrier was down there, and the 51 gets into him, and now he's jumped. But a quick message here from Larry McReynolds over. He's got something to tell you about Hutchinson Motorsports TV. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Larry McReynolds. Remember, in any type of racing, it's all about execution. So right now, subscribe to Hutchinson Motorsports TV today. You know America's crew chief. I would never steer you wrong.
Hutchinson Motorsports TV is back. The lights are bright and the stands are packed.
And we're back here at Phoenix with Aiden Lucas, your race leader here. 88 laps left to go. See if these guys can get this thing rolling back under green. Drop a comment in the chat, folks. Let us know who you're pulling for, who's going to win this race. Well, don't spoil it. You guys already know who's going to win the race. I don't. Let us know who you're pulling for here, nonetheless. Aiden Lucas doing a great job holding off Matthew Wood, who's dominated most of this race. But we're going to line them up, do it again. It's going to be the 34 of Lucas on the inside, the 16 of Wood on the outside in your front row. And let's check out your point standings one more time here tonight. Joseph Smith comes in the night as your points leader. Been a rough night for him so far. He is sitting in the 16th position, and it looks like he's in the pit. So not sure what's going on there for Joseph Smith. Definitely not a good night. Landon Burbage, he didn't show up. And Xavier Regelbrugge, he's having a bad night as well. We just saw Dylan Carrier junking. So basically all of our top running points leaders, they've had a rough night here at Phoenix. But we roll into the Juicy Spider restart zone. Green flag back in the air here with the Redemption iRacing Truck Series. Bryce Shoemaker takes over the second spot for now. Matthew Wood's going to give it up. See how patient Matthew Wood is. We know these guys are going to have to pit at least one more time. I assume they'd be able to do a one-stop strategy if this thing somehow stayed green for 85 laps, but my guess is we're probably going to see some more cautions here at Phoenix. And we see people using that dog leg, and it makes for some extra incidents that you typically wouldn't get. Uh-oh, looks like Matthew Wood down pit road. Not sure if he had a penalty or something. That's unfortunate. Matthew Wood was the heavy favorite here tonight. And now, folks, he's going to go down pit road, and he's going to probably fall at least one lap down. Boy, that is unfortunate there. That's going to move Aiden Lucas, your race leader, as a heavy favorite to hold off these guys. Because we saw earlier in the race, Regelbrugge and Smith were out front with some speed. Well, they had incidents. They had to tow it and pit after running out of fuel. And they've been struggling been an uphill battle for them ever since then, and now it looks like Aiden Lucas is out front by about 0.7 of a second on Bryce Shoemaker. First time we've seen this guy really all night, Jonathan Gaston in that 75 machine out of Pennsboro, West Virginia. He's sitting in the 3rd spot pretty comfortably here tonight. Let's hop on board. I would go back to the restart. The unfortunate thing when I'm using a replay, so in the chat somebody's asking to see the restart and why Jonathan Wood got a black flag. Or Matthew Wood, sorry, I keep calling him Jonathan. But, you know, typically I would, but if I rewind, then I have to manually fast forward to get back to this lap because we're not live, so it's kind of just a big ordeal. So since 10 laps have passed, I really don't want to do that. Maybe we'll take a look at it at the end of this race. We know it was around lap 90 or 100 and I don't know, 105, 110. So at the end of this race, we will go back and check out what happened there on that restart to give Matthew Wood the black flag to go down pit road. But Aiden Lucas putting it on him. He's a 1.5 seconds ahead of Jonathan Gasson in that 2nd spot, who just passed Bryce Shoemaker out of Akron, Ohio. Meanwhile, Danny White in that 79 machine started out this race. He was struggling. Well, here he is into the top 5 out of Livonia, Georgia. Got Cody Blackmore right beside him in a battle for the 5th position. Let's hop on board with Cody Blackmore in the number 84 out of Augusta, Georgia. Jonathan Guston's going to see if he can maybe put some work onto the race leader. Maybe he can reel him in. Looks like race leads out about 1.3 seconds here right now. As we jump up to the Harpoon Design blimp, folks, paint started just $25 at harpoondesign.com. Brantley Road, #1 ranked painter on tradingpaints.com. Be sure to check them out. Brandon Broadfoot in that 9th position. Out of Chico, California, trying to bring home that top 10 run. Has to feel pretty good about his showing here so far. But still, 76 laps left to go here tonight. Race lead staying a steady 1.3 to 1.4 seconds, it appears. Aiden Lucas doing everything he needs to hopefully bring home this win. But dropping back to the 6th spot, Xavier Regelbrug, after falling 2 laps down early on in a big mistake at the end of stage 1, ran out of fuel, had to tow it. Fell 2 laps down. Well, he's worked himself onto the lead lap, and he is now running in the 6th position out of Sacramento, California. Looking to put himself into the top 5 here as he tries to make the pass on the 84 machine of Blackmore for 5th. Meanwhile, Wyatt Mickelson in the 11th position here. In that number 51 machine, he started in the 9th spot. Dropped a couple spots back to 11th out of Mesa, Arizona. Going into the podium for now, Jordan Hand in the 3rd position out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Solid run for Jordan tonight. Started back in the 8th position, has worked up to 3rd. Still in the 2nd spot out of Pennsboro, West Virginia, Jonathan Gaston trying to find a way to reel in your race leader, who is Aiden Lucas, a 1.3 second gap here. The Long John Silver's number 34 machine, Aiden Lucas out front. Here we have Noah Blackwell in the 8th spot, looking to make some moves out of Roseville. A couple of trucks in front of him here, looking to get underneath Blackmore for the 7th spot. They continue to battle. Let's pull up some statistics real quick here, folks. Your HMS TV hard charger, currently the 2nd place truck of Jonathan Gaston. Started back in the 15th position. Here he is in the 2nd. Looks like we got a battle here for the 13th position between Ryan Holler in the 5th and the 33 machine and Kenneth Askew in the 36. Not much of one. It looks like the 36 going to take the spot for now. We jump back out front. Aiden Lucas, your race leader, folks. We're going to take a quick break. Thanks to sponsors and be right back. Don't you go anywhere. Click that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Hutchison Motorsports TV Redemption, iRacing Truck Series. We're going to have a finish here coming up in a little while. 68 laps left to go. We are back here at Phoenix. 59 laps left to go. It's about, I'd say, in the next 10 to 20 laps, you're going to start seeing these guys head down pit road to top off on fuel, and they should be good to go the rest of the way after that. But right now, Aiden Lucas out front by 1.4 seconds on Jonathan Gaston. Bryce Shoemaker third, followed by Jordan Hand and Xavier Regelbrugge, rounding out your top five. Boy, if the five machine of Regelbrugge could get a caution or two, that would really help him out. You know, he had to do a lot of work to get through the field. And he's worked up to fifth, but he's kind of plateaued out there. He probably used up some extra tires than he really wanted to. But a good run so far tonight for the 54 machine. Bryce Shoemaker out of Akron, Ohio. Let's hop on board your third place truck. Looks like he's starting to reel in that second place truck of Jonathan Gaston. We might have a battle for the second position brewing here shortly. But with 56 laps left to go, Noah Blackwell in the 7th position. Trying to look through the field here, see what your closest battles on track are. Looks like this one right here for the 10th position between Jeff Engler in the 11th spot and Wyatt Mickelson in 10th. Meanwhile, Jordan Hand holding on to a top 5 run here with 54 laps left to go. Solid run for him tonight after starting back in the 8th position. Here he is in 4th. Let's pull up your Hutchison Motorsports TV hard charger board. Is Jonathan Gaston on the top of that. 13 spots gained. Danny White with 10 spots gained. Then we have Cody Blackmore, Vincent Provenzano, and Kenneth Askew rounding out your HMS TV hard charger board. Let's take a look once again here at the point standings heading into this race. Again, we know a lot of our points leaders have had some issues tonight. Joseph Smith, he's basically buried a lap down, 15th position. He came in as your points leader. Well, Landon Burbage, he didn't even show up. We have Xavier Regelbrugge, who ran out of fuel earlier, had to tow it, fell 2 laps down. Well, he's worked himself up to 5th. And then Dylan Carrier, he junked it earlier. He's 2 laps down. And Jordan Hand in 5th, he's having a solid night. So Hand looking to make up a lot of ground here in the point standings tonight if he can hold on to this top 5 spot. Dropping back to the 13th spot, the U.S. Air Force number 36 machine of Kenneth Askew. Been a quiet night for him, but he's kept out of trouble at least, so he's trying to salvage what could have been a lot worse of a night. $50 laps left to go here on the dot. My guess is you're going to start seeing some of your race leaders head down pit road here just shortly. We know these guys can make it about 49 to 50 laps on fuel. Maybe they probably want to take a couple extra, though, because remember that first green flag run. It was a 50-lap run, and we had a caution in it, I believe. And still some guys ran out of fuel. So my guess is around lap, or with 48 to go or so, you're probably going to start seeing some of these guys out front. Looks like Xavier Regelbrugge going to be the first one to come down pit road in the top 5. So from the 5th spot, he's flying, folks. I don't know. I think he's speeding. He was flying through the pit road. I would be shocked that he was not speeding there, but maybe I'm wrong. We'll see. Meanwhile, your race leader, Aiden Lucas, maintaining that race lead out front by about 4 seconds on Jonathan Gaston. Bryce Shoemaker right behind him in that 54 machine. Got this Christmas paint on here tonight, folks. Let's pull up the Juicy Spider drone cam. Let's get a better look at this Christmas themed paint scheme. We're taking a look at the 54 of Bryce Shoemaker out of Akron, Ohio. Got Santa Claus on the hood. So Santa Claus hopping on for a sponsorship in the North Pole. Big corporate money from the North Pole hopping on this 54 truck tonight. Good run so far for Bryce Shoemaker, running in the top 3. Here comes Danny White from the 6th position down pit road. Like, I don't know, regular Brugge, maybe he did not speed on his pit stop. Seemed like he had a fairly normal pit stop, so seems like they're just flying into the pits. Yeah, it looks like Lucas did the same there, so maybe I'm just misjudging on my screen with that camera angle. Seems like they're going like 200 miles an hour into the pits, but here comes your race leader, Aiden Lucas, down pit road, as well as Bryce Shoemaker, Jonathan Gaston, Wyatt Mickelson all down pit road, so that's going to hand the lead off to Jordan Hand. So Jordan Hand out front for now. Let's see how long he wants to stay out there on them old junk tires. Jordan Hand with 43 laps left to go. Your race leader for now, waiting to come down pit road. 2nd place going to be Noah Blackwell. He's going to have to pit as well. So we have Vincent Provenzano, Kenneth Askew. Folks, caution is out. Danny White just junked it. Man, that is big for Jordan Hand, Noah Blackwell, Provenzano, and Askew out front. Let's see what happened real quick. Danny White. That's unfortunate here for Danny White. Just came off pit road with his cold tires. Wham! Straight into the wall. He is jumped. Brings out the caution. Man, that is not what these guys that just went down pit road wanted to see for sure. So, folks, we're going to take a quick break. Right now, we've got 4 trucks on the lead lap. But, you know, these top 4, they're going to pit, so everybody else is going to get a wave around. But that's going to leave them some great track positions with Jordan Hand, Noah Blackwell, Vincent Provenzano, Kenneth Askew. Folks, we are going to be right back. Take a quick break. Don't you go anywhere. You're going to want to see the end of this one. 41 laps left to go here at Phoenix Raceway with the Redemption iRacing Truck Series. We'll be right back. As the pace car is in, they roll into the juicy spider restart zone. Green flag back into the air. Jordan Hand holds on to the race lead. After staying out long on that green flag, pit cycle pays off. Jordan Hand takes over the race lead with Kenneth Askew and Noah Blackwell battling for the second spot. Oh no, look out. 36 has looped it around. That's probably going to bring out another caution. Yes, sir. Caution is out. 38 laps left to go with Larry McReynolds. Quick message. We will be right back.
Hi, I'm Larry McReynolds. Remember, in any type of racing, it's all about execution. So right now, subscribe to Hutchison Motorsports TV today. You know America's crew chief. I would never steer you wrong.
Hutchison Motorsports TV is back. The lights are bright and the stands are packed.
And we're back here. They're already lined up and ready to roll with 35 laps left to go. Jordan Hand, your race leader. I don't even know what the caution count is at. Connor Gerard's maybe keeping up, but I am not. Probably, I'd say number 8 or 9. But it's going to be Jordan Hand on the inside, Noah Blackwell on the outside here in the front row. That last long green flag run, the pit cycle, we had a caution at the tail end of it, and it really threw a wrench into a bunch of these drivers' plans. Giving Jordan Hand a shot to win this race as he rolls into the Juicy Spider restart zone. Green flag back in the air here at Phoenix Raceway. A hornet's nest through the dog leg, heading into turns 1 and 2. Jordan Hand out front. Here comes Xavier Regelbrugge. Boy, this race started out as a disaster as he was running up front early on, runs out of fuel, has to tow it, goes 2 laps down, and here he finds himself, Xavier Regelbrugge, into the second position with a shot to win this race. Had a lot of guys that seemed like they had this race in the bag nearly that have had issues or fallen off or bad luck. Early on, it seemed like Matthew Wood was going to be unbeatable. Well, he had a speeding penalty, so his night was ruined. I think he called it quits after that. And then we had a period where the 34 of Aiden Lucas, he dominated the race. Then the caution comes out in the middle of that green flag cycle. He finds himself in third, though. He still got a shot. Now we see Jordan Hand commanding this race out front with 32 laps left to go. Appreciate you folks tuning in here. Sunday night action on Hutchison Motorsports TV. Click that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Hutchison Motorsports TV, world's #1 streaming service. You're watching Jordan Hand lead the Redemption iRacing Truck Series here at Phoenix Raceway. Oh, look out! Uh-oh. The 5 just flat out dumps the 34. And the caution is out. 34 is not happy here. Let's see if we got any fireworks coming up. All right, folks, let's see this replay here between the 34 and the 5. 5 just sends it in there and kind of dumps them. Here it is, 34 on the bottom, 5 on the top. 34 throws a slide job there. 5 goes down underneath. And then wham, straight back up, dumps him. I don't know how I feel about that one, folks. All we know, Jordan Hand, though, your race leader, caution back out. 30 laps left to go. We're going to be right back. Don't you go anywhere, though. You're going to want to see the finish of this one. Redemption iRacing Truck Series on the world's #1 streaming service, Hutchison Motorsports. We are back here, Phoenix Raceway. Going to be 27 laps left to go this time around. Jordan Hand, your race leader, Xavier Egelbrugge, right on his outside. As they roll into the Juicy Spider restart zone, green flag back in the air here at Phoenix. Barreling through turns 1 and 2, Hand able to hold off the 5 of Egelbrugge for the race lead for now. Noah Blackwell up to the 3rd spot after big help from the caution during the green flag stop. Let's hop on board with the 18 of Noah Blackwell. Not much changing up front here. Looks like the closest battle on the track is this one right here for the 5th position between Bryce Shoemaker and Jonathan Guest. Starting to run out of time here with 25 laps left to go here, folks. Be sure to click that like button, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment. You're watching Redemption iRacing Truck Series. You're looking for a Saturday night league, folks. Still taking new signups here in the Redemption iRacing Truck Series. I believe the entry fee is just at about $10. Still 8 or 9 races left in the season, too, so still a long way to go. Plenty of action to be had on Saturday nights with these guys in the Redemption iRacing Truck Series. Seem to always get 20-plus drivers signed up. Some good racing here as Xavier Egelbrugge out of Sacramento, California, cruising in the 2nd spot. Dropping back to 4th here, Bryce Shoemaker out of Akron, Ohio, in that number 54 machine. We've seen him run in the top 5 all night long, trying to bring this 54 truck to the end of the race with another good finish. Meanwhile, Aiden Lucas in this 34 machine, he just got dumped by the 5 of Egelbrugge. He has to work back up through the field. He's had race-winning speed most of the night. See if he's got enough time to work up towards the front. Nothing changing up front here in your top 5 or so. Close battle on the track seems to be Aiden Lucas continuing to work through the field. This guy's definitely got some speed, but the question is, how much is he going to have to burn up to get around these guys? Going to be 19 laps left to go for Jordan Hand out of Tulsa, trying to bring home a big win here, folks. Let's pull up your Redemption iRacing Truck Series point standings one more time. Take a look. So coming into tonight, Joseph Smith was your points leader. Well, he's probably not going to be after this one, as Smith is running 16th, 3 laps down. He's toast. Landon Burbage, he didn't show up, so he's going to drop like a rock. And then Xavier Egelbrugge running in the 2nd position now. He's battling Noah Blackwell for 2nd. Came into the 3rd spot. Then we have Dylan Carrier, who's currently running 14th, down 2 laps. And rounding out the top 5, Jordan Hand, your race leader, trying to bring home his first win of the season. Can he finish the job with 18 laps left to go? He definitely wants this thing to stay green. Appreciate you folks tuning in here. Sunday night action with the Redemption iRacing Truck Series. Getting near the end of this thing with 17, make it 16 laps left to go. Jordan Hand out front, folks. Let's take our last break of the evening. Hopefully we don't get any more cautions. We'll come back for the finish of this thing. We will be right back. Don't you go anywhere. We are back here at Phoenix Raceway. Jordan Hand, your race leader, just 10 laps left to go. Can we stay clean and green and get the 48 of Jordan Hand into the victory lane tonight? Lots of ups and downs here tonight for multiple drivers. Again, most of the guys that have dominated the race, they have kind of fell into bad luck or something bad happened to them. And Jordan Hand kind of pops up out of nowhere near the last, 50 laps or so. And he is your race leader out front by about 0.6 of a second on Noah Blackwell. Blackwell in second, Bryce Shoemaker sitting in the third position, with Xavier Regelbrug up to fourth, and rounding out your top five, Aiden Lucas. One last time we check out the HMS TV hard charger board. Jonathan Gaston up 9 spots at the start of this race. Puts him in the 6th position after starting in the 15th position. So he's your hard charger here with 8 laps left to go. And we just missed the battle for the race lead. Sorry, I was looking at my other screen, but Noah Blackwell makes a big move there, taking over the race lead with just 7 laps left to go. Noah Blackwell out front. Here comes Bryce Shoemaker in the 3rd position. The top 4 are bumper to bumper with 7 laps left to go. Wow, that has to be heartbreaking for Jordan Hand. He's led the last 50 or so laps. With just 7 to go, he gets past, and now we're down to 6 left. Uh-oh, 54 of Shoemaker hard into the wall there. That's going to hurt his chances of getting up there. We keep an eye on this 54 truck. Looks like he's getting a little bit tight through the corners. So it's Blackwell out front, followed by Jordan Hand, Bryce Shoemaker, Rego Brugge, and Lucas rounding out your top 5. Jordan Hand hoping to hold on to that second position at least, but it looks like the 18 of Blackwell starting to check out. Half a second lead for Noah Blackwell. Be sure to click that like button, subscribe to the channel. We're getting to the nitty gritty here, folks. 4 laps remain here at Phoenix Raceway. Hard racing there for the second spot. Shoemaker on the outside, Hand on the inside. These guys are door banging with 3 laps left to go. Hand able to hold off the 54. Looks like he might lose a spot back to the 3rd or 4th position. Meanwhile, the battle for 3rd is brewing here. 3 wide battle for 3rd. If you remember, Lucas in that 34 machine got dumped by the 5 earlier. Is he going to give some payback here? As we got just 2 laps left to go this time around. Are we going to have any connections here with 2 to go, or can we get to the white flag down the backstretch? Staying off each other for now. Door-to-door battle for the 4th position. Aiden Lucas looking to the inside of Xavier Rego Brugge. Coming out of turn 4, white flag in the air, folks. We're going to get a finish. Noah Blackwell out front, 0.8 of a second. He's got this thing in the bag. Jordan Hand sitting in 2nd. Into 3rd, you got Bryce Shoemaker looking underneath Hand in the 48. Right behind them, we got another battle here for that 4th position. But through turns 3 and 4, for the hard to the wall, Rego Brugge is jumped. Checkered flag in the air. Noah Blackwell wins at Phoenix. So it's going to be Blackwell followed by Hand, followed by Shoemaker to round out your top 3. Folks, let's rewind this thing. See what happened. Rego Brugge just got shipped off. I believe that was in turn 3 there. Let's take a look. Here it is going into the corner. At 34 might have been some payback there, folks. See this one more time. Noah Blackwell, your winner again, but let's check this out. You see the 34 of Lucas, wham, smokes him, and then boom, hard into the wall. Rego Brugge jump. What a move from Aiden Lucas. Might have been a little bit of payback involved there, folks. Let's pull up your race podium as we watch Noah Blackwell. He's going to do some burnouts. See who we got available for some interviews here. We do have your race winner available of Noah Blackwell. Looks like that's going to be the only interview we do tonight. So let's go ahead and get him in here. Noah, Blake up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah.
Hey, what a run there. Kind of out of nowhere in the last, I don't know, 8 or 7 laps. You're able to take over the top spot and bring home the win here tonight at Phoenix.
Yeah. I didn't know that we were downshifting in turn 3. I didn't know that we were doing that. So as soon as Xavier went to pass me there on that restart after the stage, or after our little caution and all that stuff, it wasn't stage. I figured it out, and so I tried it, and then I picked up on it pretty quick, and I just saved behind the both of them, and I got by Xavier, and with 10 to go, I decided to switch up the line into 1 and just send it, and it worked.
Yeah, you know, definitely worked out for you. Taking home a big win. What is this, your 2nd win of the season, I believe?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it has to feel pretty good. And, you know, on that last lap, I'm sure you probably went back and watched the replay. It looks like we had an incident there between the 34 and the 5. What do you recap happening in that wreck?
I honestly, I don't know.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
know?
want to say anything on it, but I mean, I was braking where Aiden was braking too, so I don't know. Maybe because of dirty air, it was made him not turn. But he already apologized to Xavier for it, so I don't want to pack any fuel on it.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I mean, it didn't really look like he dive bombed him or anything, just kind of a weird deal. But nonetheless, you bring home a big win here tonight. It has to feel pretty good. I believe the playoffs are about how many weeks out? Do you know?
I do not.
Probably, I don't know, another
Not
3 or
far
4
off.
at least.
I think like 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds about right. So it has to
3 or
give you
4
some
more races.
momentum. And now after this week, do you know where you're sitting at in points?
6th.
All right, 6. Yes, you made up some good ground there tonight. And we know Landon Burbage didn't show up. He was in 2nd. And then Joseph Smith had a terrible day from the points lead. So probably going to bunch everybody up pretty good up front.
Yeah. And with Xavier and Joseph and forget who else running out of fuel in stage 1, them forfeiting their stage points, that probably helped because I was still trying to get used to these pedals.
Okay.
And yeah.
Yeah. Well, hey, again, a great
I
job
sucked
out there
off.
tonight.
I
You
sucked so
figured
bad.
it out. And before you head out, though, you got any shout outs or anything for our fans watching at home?
My family, NJB Designs, Hutchison Broadcasting TV, stuff like that. Yeah. The Me team.
Yeah. Well, hey, once again, congratulations. Big win here at Phoenix. Next week, do you know where we're headed to?
Auto Club.
Auto Club. How you feeling about your chances over there?
Not as good because that's mostly draft, and they just updated the package on these cars and they're a lot looser. So I have actually no clue how they're gonna drive because they're already pretty loose at Auto Club. But it'll be fun. I mean, I'll try to win it. I'm gonna try and get stage points mostly. I need stage points, but
Absolutely. Well, hey, again, big win for you here tonight. Congratulations, Noah Blackwell, your winner here at Phoenix Raceway.
thank you.
So a big win there for Noah in that 18 machine. Took over the lead with, I believe, 7 laps left to go. And folks, you know what? I just remembered. Let's take a look at that restart with about the halfway point of this race where I keep calling him Jonathan Wood, where Matthew Wood gets the black flag. It essentially ruins his night, and I think he calls it quits after. So let's find this real quick. Give me one moment. We're just going to manually do this here, folks. So we'll go on back here. I think it was around probably this restart. All right, there's that. All right, so here's Matthew Wood. Let's watch this restart coming up. So this is where Matthew Wood, I believe he gets a black flag here. We're going to fast forward this. All right, here we go. So the pace car is in. Take a look. The 16 truck of Matthew Wood on the outside. Again, remember, he gets a black flag. Let's go up to the chopper cam. So does he jump this start? The control car is the 34 of Aiden Lucas. So just listen in here. You be the judge. Okay, I have no clue why he would have got a black here. Make sure this is when he gets the black. If he gets a black for that, that is the worst call I've ever seen in my life. We're going to confirm, though. Okay, maybe that's not when he got the black. Okay. All right, folks. So hang on. We're going to keep this going. I could have swore it was around that lap, but maybe there's another caution after. Must be this one. It's going to be the last one we check, folks. I'm not going through the whole race. So hopefully this is it. Okay, there it is. So there you have it, folks. This is where he gets the black. So take a look at the 16 truck right here on the outside line. He briefly jumps it. Watch this. In the zone, he jumps first and then he lifts. You know, and to be fair, just because you lift doesn't mean, so I mean, per the iRacing rules, I do think that is a black flag. You know, it's unfortunate, you know, it actually hurts him because he lifts and gets past, but eventually you'll see him head down pit road here, serve this penalty. There it is. So that's what ruined Matthew Wood's race. He was most likely going to win this race, in my opinion, but unfortunately, that's what happened. So, folks, we appreciate you tuning in. That's going to round out tonight's coverage. We're going to finish it out with the Hutchinson Motorsports TV intro, outro, whatever you want to call it, from our friends over at Juicy Spider Studios. Head on over there. Message them on X, formerly known as Twitter, if you're looking for 3D graphics, video work, anything related to video work. They can help you out there. Juicy Spider Studios. Till next time, we'll see you later on. Actually, we're going to be live here in just a couple of hours with the Motor City Racing Instant Series. We'll see you then. Coming out of turns 3 and 4. Chad White on the bottom. William Duff on the top. Checkered flag in the air. Who's going to win? It's William Duff. No, look out. He just junked it. Look out. Oh, my God. World's #1 streaming service. Hutchinson Motorsports TV. On the call tonight. On your feet. Off your seats. It's about to go green.